States of America. Now is the time to join IPOB family in the New York. Please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Especially, on 832-245
the restoration of Biafra.
Now is the time. To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Especially, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Mbadike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Mr. Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462-269487.
Brooklyn Zone,
Saint Abalakwe
AM on +16-46-236-5246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Eloshuku,
164-69-56-6219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our national coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our national deputy coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our women wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, or disappoint our motherland, Biafra. All hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Yes, once again, wonderful Biafrans across the globe, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are, all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is in Biafra land. Mazi Ukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day we shall. He is, of course, standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Ukukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And of course, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for over 60 years. And then we give it to him. I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. As of this moment, check your time. I am still the African Rep and Nigerian International Coordinator. Check your time. And of course, I must give all thanks and praises to the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man. For without him, we are gone as a people. We can only ask him to rise up and fight on behalf of Biafran people, the most endangered species of Homo sapien that have walked this earth. Because we wrestle against Yoruba, Wosa, Juju. We wrestle against even Juju in our own land. If you have idea what they are doing to you as a Biafran, you'll be using your head. You will be using your head.
Hai scoperto che per andare a lavorare non serve andare in ufficio. Per fare un meeting con i fornitori non serve una sala riunioni. E che per incontrare i clienti basta essere connessi in sicurezza. Perché con Vodafone Business hai anche Microsoft 365 e il tuo posto di lavoro è ovunque tu sia. Il tuo lavoro digitale, la nostra soluzione per renderlo sicuro e sempre connesso. Chiedi al tuo consulente Vodafone Business o vieni su voda.it/lavoro digitale. Ready?
I'm very happy that on this segment the team remained back in Nigeria. And it doesn't matter your definition, it doesn't matter the point of angle you are coming from, but the truth remains that you are a black man and you remain a black man. They see you as a babu, it's left for you. But I'm happy that the descendant of pig are accusing the descendant of monkey and babu. And then in the end, we are all animals. No wonder you are called a higher animal. We are Biafrans.
Ehi, facciamo tutto con Satispay. Scambiamo i soldi con l'app, paghiamo nei negozi con un tap e paghiamo anche da casa. Bollettini pagati, telefoni ricaricati, soldi risparmiati. Basta un tap. Scarica subito l'app. Satispay, tutti tap in un'app.
Most black people cannot tolerate that language. Back to your root. You are got to be kidding me. Don't you know our root is evil? It's your own that is evil. If you are still operating in that mind of set, that kind of mindset, there will never be finest men that walk this earth. Only the generation of the kings and the queens. And I'm one of their sons. You cannot be claiming to be fighting for the land of Biafra and you hate your ancestors. Don't you know it's our ancestral land? Anything they are. If we are lucky, we will be a little bit tiny of who they are. Because without them, we don't exist in the first place. So the best thing you can do for yourself, keep your religion aside, keep that your knowledge aside, pack your certificate, keep all of them aside and go back and find out who your father is. You don't know your father. Honestly. We understand what they've done to us. We will heal ourselves together. Back to your root. The essence is not to make you be loyal or have affiliation with one form of religion or not. Just know your father. Know thyself. This is the beginning of recovery. Know thyself. And of course, we will move ahead to the second part of the study we started yesterday, which was simply titled Divine Implication Behind Naming. We'll try to look at the importance of name. We try to look at some purpose of name. And this evening, I want us to continue on that same study. Outside everything that we have discussed so far, it is important that we understand that name must be built on principle. And that principle must be sustained by consistency, transparency, sincerity, purposeful, and uninterchangeable for such a legacy to last beyond the next generation. We look at the purpose of name, why we give name. We discussed so many things in the previous broadcast. But that having been said, we must understand that for you to have a name, which is actually the source of your strength, everything that you are, that name must be built on certain principles. Because as a black man, you don't value your name. People honestly may not understand. It is your right to misunderstand us. It's okay. When our leader comes up and says, you are Niger Delta, you are a fool. I do not believe he's telling you that you are a fool. Except you want to be a fool. And then we tell you that you are a fool plus idiot. Because if you are not able to ask question, why is the Yoruba community, no single one is answering English name? And now you begin to see why they are better than you. My Yoruba in-laws. Do you understand? They need to abide by their root. You go to the north, no single state in the north, no single community answer English name. The northern Nigerians were part of the ancient Zamfara Empire. And when that name was almost gone, they came back in Nigeria and recreated a state and called it Zamfara. Ahamifuna. Whatever you are, whoever you are, if you are not living for your name, you don't exist. These names are not just built anyhow. They are built on principles. So when we talk about name, don't let them call you any name. Don't allow them to address you by any name they wish. You tell them your name. And at every given time, you will be ready to defend your name. IPOB today have made a name for herself. It is based on certain principles. Number one, Onurubengwa Niya Baloso. Number two, we are whiter than white. Number three, Anyana Toase. When these three pillars are removed, you will be shocked. When these three pillars are removed, you will be shocked that there will be no difference between IPOB and Mozob and any other idiot fighting for freedom. The truth, the transparency, the love for freedom is what brought us here. And today, in the whole world, as of this moment, IPOB have a name. That whatever we do, our target is to protect that name. We are not the best of men, the most sincere of it all. We understand the need to keep that name. People who have gone before us understand why Biafra must be preserved based on principle. Nobody can come out and say any evil about Biafra. Biafra can be accused. But yet, nobody can stand before Biafra in a competent court jurisdiction. From America to USA to Costa Rica to Guangualada to anywhere in the world, including heaven and earth, not to talk of British government. Nobody can stand before the sovereign nation of Biafra in any court and go out justified. Because what they have done to us is unimaginable. This is the name we fight to defend. And by all costs, we will defend it. I want you to understand what it means to have name. The Bible says a good name is better than riches. The people who call themselves advanced nation, what they want to do is to protect their name. When they soil their name, they change it. That is why you don't hear about people like Oil, Amalekat, all those names, horrible names that cause problem in the Bible. You don't hear about them again. They are hidden, but they're still on this earth. That is why you can only hear about Babylonia. Who are these Babylonians? Who are these Medians and the Persians? Who are these Grecians? Who are these Saxons? They are still here. They hide under the guise of beautiful, beautiful name. They would not want you to see the atrocity their ancestors committed against the black. So they hide under another name. They live for their name. And so every black must live for their name. Every man must live for their name. This is all you have. Don't toil with them. I want to give us a story about what happened during the Iron Dynasty in the Korean nation. About the story of the samurai warriors. They called them the 47 Ruini. It was in 1701, and there was a man called Lord Asano. He confronted Lord Kira in Edo Castle. Eventually drew his sword against him, but this was a forbidden act. And as such, Lord Asano was asked to die by killing himself in a traditional way, because it was forbidden for him to draw a sword against another. But let me not go on a grammatic level. Let me come down on a test by moonlight. There was a man called Lord Asano. He was a Japanese man, king. And something happened in a diabolical means that made the man to draw his sword and almost killed his guest. And according to their culture and tradition, they have to kill the man. The man has to kill himself for breaking those laws. But his bodyguard understand that he was set up. Their master died. And all the bodyguard of Lord Asano said they must kill Lord Kira, even though they were forbidden from revenging. Their lord, their master's dead, they made it upon themselves. To revenge was that they will die. They will be hunted down like criminals. Everything they have left for, they will be trampled down upon the dust. But these people said, we cannot live under the same heaven with the person that murdered our leader. We will not give sleep to our aunt till we avenge the death of Lord Asano. They were later banished. They ran to the ends of the earth. And finally, they gathered themselves. When they met that very day, there were 47 of them. They called them the 47 Rhino. And they decided that Lord Kira must die. And as samurai warrior, they moved ahead. And Lord Kira was killed in the end. They went to the temple of their highest monarch and said, yes, you have forbidden us from taking revenge over our leader, but we simply cannot tolerate this. We have done what is right, and we are here to pay the price according to our law. The king looked at them and said to them, Lord Kira, all of you are supposed to be hunted down like criminals. But because you cannot cover the sin of perjury, killing the people that you are under oath to protect, you have shown yourself to be men and women of honor and dignity. You will not be hunted down like animals. I will allow you to have a honorable death, the death of the samurai warriors. And the 47 of them were to be executed. They were to take their life by themselves. And the king looked at them and saw that one of the generals there, the head of the samurai, and his son, his only son, were to be executed on that very day. He looked at the man and called his name. Onyeibe, move out. I will not deny our lineage, your father. I will not deny our people, your father's lineage. They pardoned his son, Onyeibe. And they all died. They died fighting for the truth. They died making sure that evil does not prevail. Today when you come out, you are talking to people from Japan and Chinese. Have you read their history and understand what is integrity, honor and dignity? Today, since 1701 to today, every year thousands of people across the globe go to their graveside to look at this 47 Rooney. That is name. They are dead, but their deed lives on. They may not have been rich men and women. They may not have been connected to the government of the day. They understand that to build a name, it is about principle. Principle that is the embodiment of discipline, sincerity, faithfulness, not deception. And so men and women who understand spend time building name. Today, there is no black man anywhere who have lived and died with that same mindset of integrity to build a name or to defend a name. Because we really don't know the value. When we talk about name, no, it's not about the sweet name you answer. There is a name aside name. There is a name aside name. And that is why anytime I come on air here, I tell you I am George Onyeibe. I say it with a vertical boldness, confidence, assurance that what I claim to represent, I have not soiled my hand. Never. It's truth that brought us here, and that truth must carry us on. Imagine if I had been playing prank all over. Imagine what they would have done. They would have shredded me. And then the day I depart from that path of righteousness. Of course, nobody is under oath to have respect for any nonsense. So when we talk about name, you must understand it's not just answering the name. There are principles that must be laid down that will decide how that name will end. We can go back and look at other legends and stories that happened before now. You see, men and women fought to preserve a name. Nigerians work very hard to destroy the name of Biafra. When you mention Biafra, they say, hey, don't bring war, don't bring war. Does Biafra suggest war to you? Biafra represents the identity of suffering people, marginalized people, emasculated people, afflicted people, targeted people, endangered species. But Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani made sure that Biafra becomes something else. But today, the language is changing. They pretend they will not mention Biafra. They pretend they don't know what we are talking about. But we have actually come in terms with their national attitudes. That having been said, you must understand, number one, that your name is your destiny. Your name is your destiny. Let's look at IPOB, for instance. When we say certain things, people don't understand. Nigeria is not after anybody, they're after IPOB. Nigeria is after Radio Biafra. So the day you appoint somebody and say you are a coordinator of IPOB, that day you have actually turned the person against Nigeria. And then you wake up the next day, oh, I don't like this man, I remove this man. You have killed that man already, because the day we joined IPOB, we signed our death warrant. Nobody has committed any sin. I am Reverend George Onyeibe, the General Overseer of the Sanctuary of God Church. My crime is that I'm a member of IPOB, fighting that Biafra may be restored. From that time, my life is taken from me. And one day, one idiot will tell me that I disobey him. He will remove me. What has he done to me? And all the people you are victimizing, what have you done to them? They didn't die because they commit sin. They died because of the name they answered. Now you know, your name is your destiny. Nigerian can never prosper. Nothing good can come to them, because the name Nigeria defines everything already. The more you call yourself Nigeria, the more you will be shot dead somewhere outside Nigeria, or Fulani herdsmen will kill you, or rape your daughter, or you will die of COVID-19 in the National Assembly and in the Senate, and you will live a miserable life, a general overseer pregnanting your church member. The moment you are arranged with Nigeria and romance with them, directly or indirectly, you will be disgraced. It doesn't matter who you are. Now you know. And so why not protect your name? Why not live up to your name? Number two, you must understand that to live a fulfilled life, you must live for your name. To live a fulfilled life, you must live for your name. There are families in our community that have been wiped out today. Of course, in Biafran history. They didn't live up to their name. Somebody messed it up somewhere. And that reminds me about Chimobi Okafor, of blessed memory. I work with that lady. In fact, the same poison that killed Chimobi Okafor, I was poisoned alongside with her. Every day she keeps telling me, don't touch IPOB money. Don't touch IPOB money. She used to call me Chemo. Chemo, no matter how you are hungry, don't touch IPOB money. Don't touch IPOB money. And since our leader, from the very night our leader was arrested, to the very day he was released, we heard IPOB here in Biafra land. We heard IPOB here in Nigeria. We heard it. I have walked from Kano to Kaduna, Sokoto to Meduguri, Ondo to Osun to Badagry. We have walked the length and breadth of Nigeria, making sure everything is in order. And I swear to the Almighty Creator, I have never eaten IPOB money. Neither have I conspired with anybody. That is why, even though they are wrestling, let's bring him down, let's bring him down. The prince of the earth is loosed against me, but they found nothing against me. That is name. And I tell you, anybody come out openly and say, I accuse you, you do this thing. If I give you the person history, it will amaze you. That is name. We don't boast about it. We proclaim it. A lot of people hate me, but who cares? It is natural. But then, I have a name you cannot destroy. If you make attempt to destroy it, you will destroy yourself. I swear. Because we understand the implication of name. I rather go hungry than to compromise the integrity of the Biafran nation. We suffered honestly. we suffered. Why? Because there was a name to protect. I've had privilege of romancing with governors and anybody I want to. In this Nigeria, I will collect my own share and move away. But we prefer to rather die as a poor man than to soil our hand. Today I talk to anybody anyhow I want to talk to them. Not because I'm disrespectful, because some of them don't have moral right to even talk to me. They can only hide under the umbrella of deception. You don't have name, and if you don't take time, you will destroy your name. Number 3. Our name is our heritage, and it is tied to our culture and tradition. Our name is our heritage. Your name is your heritage. When they talk about the history, they will say the people of Israel, the people of Germany, the people of Great Britain. What is our heritage? The people of Africa, God forbid. It is better every continent nation in Africa, it begin to even disassociate from that name. Because that name Africa placed upon us is a curse. But deliverance starts from a place. We are no Nigeria. We are Biafrans. This is our culture. This is our heritage. This is our name. Number 4. Our name can be assassinated. Your name can be assassinated. They kill your name. I'm saying all these things so you understand that name is not just about they call you, you come, then say go, you go. Name, there is so much attached to name. Yoruba were busy building Oduduwa University, Oduduwa Hall, Oduduwa Republic, everywhere Oduduwa Group, Oduduwa this one, Oduduwa Awosa, even Arewa area boys are giving order in the name of Arewa. For the first time, Arewa youth are challenging Miatiala, but all of them are Arewa. They built a name for themselves. Then in Biafra land, a lot of idiots are lining up, selling us. You can do Biafra and say Biafra in the name of Southeast. This Biafra now is the whole of Biafra. Anybody that want to sell us, better enlarge his bank account. Because the money you are going to receive, it will be too much for you to carry. Your name can be assassinated. You did not do anything. Somebody come and say, oh, you are a thief, you are a thief. People will think you are a thief. One thing I have always prayed, and I've worked closely to it. When I see level of sabotage and blackmail all around, I say to God, please help me. That the day anybody will discuss my matter, give me the privilege to talk. Let me tell you something, how your name can be destroyed. I wanted my son to go to university in Imo State. And I told a brother in Ipob to help me do the run around. And this brother continued doing what he was doing. My son had good results. The course he wants to study, they don't debate it. And there is no reason why anybody will not give him admission. I wanted him to school in Imo State. But there is somebody who is a member of Ipob who has access to all the higher institutions in Imo State, made a vow that George Onyeibe's son cannot school in Imo State. What I'm telling you is just last year. They boasted over it that my son cannot school in Imo State. Somebody supposedly under the same oath with me. But he don't know me. And one of them asked him, why would that be? He said he had been calling me. I refused to answer. That is my crime. And then almost the end of admission, before my son moved to another location. He got the admission. But the point is that this man don't know me. Why will you threaten my son? Why will you vow that my son cannot school in Imo State? You see, they have killed my name already. And one of the crimes is, we called him, he didn't answer. How can I answer you? Why will I answer you? A majority of them buy that rubbish. Yes, the boy they do pass himself. Yes, he gonna kill him. And I never know. And I never know anything. Your name can be assassinated, can be murdered. Don't let them do that. If it means fighting back to your death to make sure you send a ripple effect, a powerful message across to them. Do not stop anywhere. The name Biafra is the reason why we are here. If the Yoruba man can stand up and say, yes, I'm a Oduduwa man, I will hit my hand in the chest and tell you I'm a Biafra man. Onye mari hibe Mario. Onye mari hibe Mario. Onye mari hibe Mario. Yari sinumu woku. Yari soku. Yari soku. Onye nweri hibe nweri. And of course, number 5. Your name is the spiritual link to your destiny. Your name is the spiritual link to your destiny. Don't play with it. And he said a book will be open in heaven. And another book will be open. And to those whose name are not found in the book of life, they will be cast into the lake that burneth with fire and fullness for all eternity. He said, whatever you do, make sure your name is in the book of life. And then there was yet another who was Jabez. Considering how he was born, he prayed to God that he might change his name and bless him. And I will remind you about when a son was named Ichabod. The glory has departed. It was evidence. You cannot answer Ironwu and be normal. You cannot answer Ironwu and expect to be normal. Don't let your enemy give you name. And if they do, you choose or reject it. We are Biafrans, most importantly. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Biafrans are sincere people. Biafrans don't blackmail. Biafrans don't make merchandise from their brother. Biafrans are committed people. Biafrans are devoted people. Our leader knows this truth. That is why he told us, the day you see me telling lie, the person behind me should shoot me. And Biafrans will hold you to your word. All of you, including Nigeria. And now you see, everything we have been doing so far is all about name. A man is crying, oh, I need a son, I need a son. Why do you need a son? Because you want your name to remain. And son, daughter will be adopted by their father, and they answer their father's name, and their dynasty or their lineage cannot be cut off. Because you need that name. Do you know that Jesus Christ of the Bible, along the line, that there was no man any longer to carry on with his lineage? Mary was the last person who related to Jesus' family. The Joseph who is the father of Jesus Christ, he's not the father of Jesus Christ. He was used somewhere. Name is important. If you find to protect your name, nobody can bring you down. Nigeria is not fighting to protect her name. Nigeria must come down. They are playing sessional politics. Yoruba are building Oduduwa. Hausa Fulani are building Arewa. Igbo Niger Delta, what are you building? Do you have a name? They took your name, which is Biafra, and they gave you concocted name. Today we are still struggling over it. And now you see, what we fight to restore It's just more than geographical location. It is more than the oil well. It is more than resource control. It is our identity first. Like our leader said, you cannot go anywhere and kill a Japanese man. You will hear from them. You can't go anywhere and kill an Israel man. You will surely hear from them. Countries that have name, you cannot kill them and walk away. But Africans don't have name, because the name they answer is a name of a Roman terrorist. A Roman terrorist who conquered Africa according to the land of Tunisia and converted us to his father's name. You don't have a name as far as you are say you're Africa. My brother, protect your name. I'll be back in a minute.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God damn is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. With happiness we all rejoice. 'Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about a holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing song, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mefo will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, 'cause we are, yes, we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. With happiness we all rejoice. 'Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah, understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of conquest stop to show, yeah, 'cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah, show us love he used to do before. Beautiful faces that we see again, yeah, we need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. With happiness we all rejoice. 'Cause we are, yes, we are the children of God. Believe that. It's another celebration.
Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open and our WhatsApp line remains 07081545642. 07081545642. Our direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971 is our direct number, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Of course, as always, we continue to wrestle with the enemies, but in the end, we are here. Caller, WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello, Mazi George Onyeibe. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My brother, this is Unstoppable, calling you from Aba. Unstoppable is an indigenous of Idimabam. Idimabam is in Arochukwu. Arochukwu is in Biafra land. Mazi, I am calling you right now from Shabbat Allah Biafra. Mazi, what you are talking is the clear truth about your name. Your name matters in everything you are doing. We try all possible best to protect your name. Anybody that has a name will always try to protect his name. If you don't have a good name, you will not like to protect your name. But some people don't. Even let me know some people. The people that value that name called Nigeria, they don't know how to protect a name. That's why somebody can give them any name they like, and they choose to bear that name because they don't know the value of name. Any man who values his name always fight to protect his name. Why? Because my grandmother used to tell me that good name is better than a silver and gold. My grandmother tell me also that it's not that time you cut the tree that tree will dry. It's not every time you do something that thing will come to pass. That you must surely reap the repercussion of what you do in life. Why? Because Nigeria, anybody who is answering Nigeria, that name called Nigeria is an evil name. That name called Nigeria is a reproach. That name called Nigeria is a disgrace. That name called Nigeria is a frustration. That name called Nigeria is even Africa is a death also. You cannot get any good thing. Anywhere you go on this world, call that name Nigeria or Africa. You see that even though that you are traveling, they will allow others to pass peacefully, easily. But when you mention that name Nigeria, they will search you even inside your stomach. They will search everything about. They will research you and research you. Why? Because of that name alone. Because of that name alone. Why? That's why Nigeria is not fighting to protect that name. They are doing all their best to destroy that name, and we are going to help them to destroy that name. And our leader has said it. Nigeria will be wiped out as long as that Nigeria and Britain, they wipe out the Biafra name in the world map. Nigeria will be wiped away from the world map. Nigeria will never ever again bear their name again in life. Why? Because they have made an attempt to wipe our name from the world map. Mazi Onyeibe, we will keep on fighting to protect our name. Why? Because Biafra is a name that have a dignity. Biafra is a name that when you mention a Biafra, even the world knows that Biafra is a righteousness. Biafra is a purity. Biafra is whiter and whiter and whiter than snow. Right? For why? Because our forefathers leave that legacy. Protect that name. Keep that name. That's why when Nigeria kill our fathers, when Britain helped Nigerians to kill our fathers, they try all possible ways to wipe away that name, because that is the name that drive away evil spirit in them. Only that name alone. I remember when we are little, immediately we mentioned that name, Biafra. They will just, even a criminal will be better than you. Why? Because that name has an anointing. It's a good name. And we will fight to protect that name. We will fight to the last drop of our blood to protect that name. Why? Because that name is righteousness. May God keep on blessing you and bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't not forget Wokukua, 1 man called Mazi Uche Mefo. You people are doing wonderfully well. Keep on keeping on. May Chukwu Kikabiama strengthen you.
It is simple. Nigeria work hard to remove the name Biafra from the map. Even before the war, they work hard to kill the name. But look at where we are today. If you are listening to me now, you are not a Biafran. Tell somebody to mention that name for you. If you are a good man, you will notice calmness in your spirit. If you are evil man, body go dey pepper you. And I saw it go pepper you. When the name Biafra upset you, know you are a bad man. It doesn't matter who you are. Because she knows what she does. Come to think about it. We come out and we blame Africa. Africa this, Africa undeveloped, Africa baboon, Africa monkey, Africa don't have sense. But the problem is coming from their name. Do you know that almost 90% of the colonial master, as they call themselves, were drunkard? Frederick Lugard was drunkard. Theresa May was a drunkard. William Wilberforce was a drunkard. Mungo Park and Landa brothers were all drunkard. Mary Slessor was a drunkard. Give me the name of any idiot they tell you about the history of Africa. All of them were drunkard. Constantino Africanus, who gave his father's name to this continent. Do you know if his father was a drunk? And then they're calling us children of drunk. Chineka Makwifojo. Honestly, do you know if the father of this man was a rapist? And we the Africans. This is a shame and a humiliation. But of course, like we told you, Africa will not be free until Biafra is free. And that is why they told you, in Biafra, Africa die. African people, as you are listening to this radio, you are helping Nigerians to snuff out the only true light of this continent, the mother of the universe. You are killing yourself. The British know this. The Portuguese know this. The Chinese know this. The Indians know this. The Americans know this. Don't let them deceive you. The reason all of you are behaving the way you are behaving is the drunkard name they gave to you. Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening.
Yes, I will advise you to speak up.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Kikabiama, will continue to keep us moving forward. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this evening. Mazi, you see, the topic you just raised this evening, a lot of us, we don't even know the value of our name. And we don't even know that there is something that goes behind name. But one thing about what is going on, Chukwu Kikabiama is using our leader to reverse so many things and at the same time to educate us to open up our eye. For those of us that have forgotten, there is a lot of place in the book of the law, we call it Bible, that talks about name. You see, when you look at the Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1, it mentions something. It says, good name is better than that your wealth. You see, this particular part should be referring to the saboteurs in our midst. If you choose to betray your people, what will they give to you? That is money. They will give you money to betray your people. Yes, you collect the money. But have it in mind that your name is stained forever and ever. That is the reason why that particular portion of Bible mentioned it categorically. It said, good name is better than wealth. So the money you collected, what will you use that money to do? You will use it and build your house. You will use it and buy a car. Material things. But at the end, your name is condemned because you have committed evil. So I am using this opportunity to tell everyone listening to the voice of salvation under the sound of Radio Biafra, because that is where you hear the truth. Morning, day, night. When our leader comes, he tells the whole world the truth. When he go out, everybody that is coming under this platform continue to say the truth. If you are listening to Radio Biafra, Chukwu Okike will reverse your knowledge. It will help you to know the simple truths. We have come to tell the whole world that Chukwu Okike is still in existence and the world is seeing it. So what we are saying when it comes to name, anybody that is working for Nigeria, look at the person very well. Our leader mentioned he's a prophet. All the things he said continue to happen. He said when you serve the zoo called Nigeria, at the end you go with shame. And a lot of people that refuse to listen to him, they continue to go with shame. That name Nigeria, some people continue to hold on it and say, we want to one Nigeria. You know, as a person you are, you know that name Nigeria is false. You know that Nigeria there is no good thing that comes from Nigeria. But you continue to proclaim you are a Nigerian. And that is the reason why all of you are suffering. All of you that is continue to promote Nigerian, look at your life. You are peaceless. You don't progress. That money you have, you think you have, that is not money. That motor you are driving, that house you are building, then check your name. All the senators, all those evil people that continue to accommodate evil, condone evil. When you see evil going on, you will keep quiet. When you see innocent people being killed, you will keep quiet. At the end of the month, you collect 200,000 as a salary. Chukwu Okike recognize all this evil that you are doing. And that's the reason why I say, good name is better than that your money. At the end of everything, your portion, you will not like it. Your generation, you will not like what will happen to them. I say, even though you die, you have created enmity from generation to generation, like the useless Fulani that is killing people all over. Do you know that their name is Stan? If there is a very single Fulani man that is good, I doubt, because the reason why I doubt, both they are male and female, they are dissenting. They see evil going around, they don't condemn it. When you see evil thing happening and you don't condemn evil, it simply means you are part of the evil. That is the reason why I say I doubt. This particular race, they have stained their name. I say Fulani. They have condemned their name. 1,000 years to come, people will recognize them as high killers. When you welcome them, small time they will kill you and take over your land. That is what they're known for. That is bad name. It's not good. So Mazi, Onyeibe, Chukwu Okike will continue to be your strength.
Thank you
the
very much.
Almighty God that provides every one of you will continue to push you for the restoration of our land. Thank you so much.
Yes, a caller on the line. Good evening, caller on the line.
Hello?
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
It's making a very big noise for me here.
Don't worry about that noise. You are coming out loud and clear.
Okay.
Go ahead. You are the only person hearing that sound.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon Ayenugo. Protect and guide every IPOB family members all over the world. Protect our leader and our deputy and all the IPOB leadership anywhere you are working, supporting, propagating this message. Protect and guide you in the mighty name of Chukwu. Mazi Onyeibe, your topic this evening is like what you were saying yesterday. Because name calling, when they give you name, you have a spiritual and physical connection with your creator. Like some of us that answer our Igbo name, or some people that answer their English name. I could remember those days because when some people look at us newly, I heard you call their name, Reverend George Onyeibe, that owned the shop, the manage a church. You know what it is. Because when they see us left church,
I am a general overseer. I have pastored for Grace Avenger Mission for 10 years and 7 months, and I tendered my resignation letter, and I left peacefully. I wrote resignation letter to them. I'm moving ahead with my life. They responded to me and blessed me. We don't lie.
Okay. Me, my own, because I am like kind of people, they say they will carry the cross of God, but I know as more child, I never believe on it because I know what was going on. There was a music, Helen Nkume, he said, no, no, so, Kaifo, ya, no, so, you know, this is the title of the music. Well, let me continue. Our name is the name given to us. Even though in church those days, before they give you name, you make a baptism, they'll ask, what is the meaning of your name? That time, if you don't know the meaning of your name, they will not baptize you. That is it. Name calling. Our name is very, very important to us. Like, if you come out in Europe here, it's when we work in some areas where we work here, we are opportunity to work here, we know why all these things happen. You see, when you are traveling, Nigerians, you people that call yourself Nigerians, pay attention. When they see you, you look like very gentleman, you may look like human being or whatever, they will respect you. When they like, they will just ask you documents. You give them document. They will see, look at your passport, look at your name. In Nigeria, they will ask you, where are you from? You talk, what is your name? You say, immediately you say Nigeria. They are ready to do anything with you because yes, you remain to be a slave. That is what Nigeria is. They may look at you just physically as a human being. You may have something upstairs. But immediately that Nigeria, everything spoiled. You are a fugitive, you are a criminal. They can do anything to you. You have no rights. That is why this name, you see the name Biafra. I could remember as a young boy those days, because I never grew up to know my mom. Anytime I start looking for her, only what to cool me down, I could remember that time was, remember that you are Biafran. That is only thing my dad can use to cool me down that time. But that time, I don't know what it is. Our village, our people, our granddad, our family, our people, they know them as people that lost a lot of things in war because our people, we are on it. So, most of our village, like you see this Omaka here, we have been opposition. Even during the time of Mbak, we will never agreed. We want to remain who we are. We don't want to change. Even it check in African tradition, it check the name we bear matters a lot. Thank you, Mazi, for bringing all this topic we should look into. I heard what he said about when your son wanted to enter school in IPOB. In Imo State. And somebody added something to you. I was someone in a car. He was shocked to hear something.
I am telling you, the person is listening to this radio.
My brother. So the person wants to say, but I said, no, it is.
He vowed that my son will not go to any school in Imo State. Why? Because somebody damaged my name. The person don't even know me. He has started killing my own son.
Assassination. We have
that
it.
Is what I'm trying to tell them.
I know. Thank God that we are understanding. We should not be judging because some people they judge IPOB, this and that. But this is all what we see in family. We will learn from it and grow and pass over it.
The people that want to learn, let them learn. The people that don't want to learn, that thing they are looking for, we get to them. But of course, we must remain focused. Aganiku, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Mazi Onyeibe. I greet you. I greet all the principal officer IPOB. I greet our leader Mazi Namdi Okukano. Yes, I don't know the topic of today, but what I want to add on the topic you have today is that we owe nobody any apology. Let Biafrans have it in mind. We owe nobody any apology at all to go back to where we come from. The land of Biafra belongs to us and no other people. Italy say Italy first. America say America first. France say France first. Yes, Biafra first in that land called Biafra land. Nobody have the right. And we are looking for the original Ezane. Original Ezane that will bring the staff of the father. Yes, there is the staff, there is what we call Ofo Gendebonna. That is the people that we are looking for. No matter where they are, we must gather them. No matter where they are, we must gather them one by one and make sure that they take back what belongs to them so that we move ahead. Mazi Onyeibe, pardon me that I don't follow the topic of today. You know, I don't follow topics sometimes, every time, you know. If I come, I just tell my people what they're supposed to hear. And make sure you look down. Galwago. Onye ọbụla jee lụwa agwụ jee mee ihe mmiri malụchi onye ụwa gị jee mee ihe ndị ichie na ube nna gị jee na ụmụnna gị ọ bụ ụmụnna wịawụ ihe ha mebiri anyị ụmụnna wịawụ ihe mebiri anyị wee debe federal government na state government and local government ọ bụ ụmụnna ka ha mebiri ụmụnna wee bazia n'ime ụlọ ụka jee na-anwụ onyinyo na-esokwugharị ịghọtala kịta anụ anyị chọọ ka ha ncha niile pụta n'ime ụlọ ụka ebe ahụ ha nọ wee were oke edere ha na kịta wee rụwa ọrụ ọbịa ihe ha na-agwa onye ọbụla. We are not here to joke. Let everybody bear it in mind. We are not here to joke. We are here to do the needful. Do it as it is. Mazi Onyeibe, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on the female line.
I don't know the topic.
Caller.
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, George Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Ogochukwu. I'm calling from Aba. Osisioma. Ana m arịọ ndị eji m ohere a wee na-asị Chineke nna ga-agba unu ume. Bụ na niile ka unu ọra wee pụta n'oge onwe unu wee na-agba mbọ ka anyị nwere onwe chi n'aka ndị isu anụwa ndị ọṅụ ọbara a wee pụọ. Ana m asị obi n'igwe Chukwu okike ụwa Chukwu okike abịama gọziere m gị na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Uche Mefọ ndị niile ji ezi obi ha were na-agba mbọ ka anyị nweta Biafra. Ana m asị onye nwe anyị gbaa gị ume ezi afa ka ego. Ana m na-ege ego okwu gị tegwu ndị a na-atụrụ anyị aka ka m nweta gị hapi na m nwetara gị. Onye nwe anyị gbaa gị ume. Mmiri agaghị amagbu gị, anwụ agaghị achagbu gị n'ehihie. Ị ga na-eche na-abata enwekwu agaghị akpọ ụlọ. Onye nwe anyị ga na-eju ụlọ until anyị nweta Biafra. Unu ga-adịkwa ndụ were hụ ya n'aha Chukwu okike abịama. Ise onye nwe anyị gbaa ume
Ma gị nwa mama. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi.
Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, yeah. Good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Mazi Emeka. I'm calling from Indianapolis, USA. Mazi, may God bless you for the good work you are doing for people. Mazi, honestly speaking, your topic today is very, very good. Go back to our roots. Like our people we like inferiority complex. We like copy. Like when our people, when they come abroad everywhere, they be giving their children name Jennifer. And as the meaning of that Jennifer, they don't know. But our own ancestral name, we know the meaning. Okay? Mazi, there's a time I used to live in India. I have an opportunity to meet an Indian man in Goa, in India. The man want to help me a lot, want to help me. He have a pharmaceutical company. But after me and the man, we are interacting, become family friend. I used to go to his house. If we need help, he will call me to come and help with him. I used to go to his company. But this man said that the family said Nigeria is a bad people. Nigeria is a fraud. And yes, this is how this contact ends. And many opportunities like that, like our brother, the last two cocklers said, that whenever you are in the midst of the white people here, and you say where you from, Nigeria, you will watch their face, at that moment, their face will change. That is what Nigeria have done to our people. But unfortunately, most of our people that are traveling, they don't even learn nothing from all those things. That is why when God helped me to come to America, people that know me as know. I said I will never go back with Nigerian passport. I stayed till 5 years. I got my blue passport because of the shame and disgrace that Nigerian name I've been giving somebody, and the country that have been producing oil for many years. Not one thing. That's why if I see some youth that are saying the governor is working, the president is working, that they build a tie road. What is tie road in the 21st century? 21st century, nobody, no country in the civilized world is doing campaign with a road tie. Nothing. No single hospital, one. No single one hospital. And yet, some people have been still proud of to be in that country. Okay, let me ask them. Now that they are struggling to thank these foolish politicians, what is the future of their own children coming? Mazi, I thank you. Let me drop it here for other people they call. Let me announce our number here. If anybody in the south of India that wants to join the family here, my name is Mazi Emeka. My phone number is 317-476-7702. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must understand that restoring Biafra, there is so much to it. Are you there, caller on the line? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Army.
Hello?
I think you can get some noise now.
Your line seems to be very bad. Maybe you have to change your position.
Is it my call?
Yes, but go ahead. It's okay now.
Okay, I'm saying that. On 10th of June, we did not listen to it. Okay, the next day, June 11th, we did not listen to it because whenever that was broadcast was made, then that our anchor brother we will put it around 11 o'clock. They don't discontinue our radio on that Wednesday to Friday evening. We don't enjoy Radio Biafra here. I think the reason why when we enjoy Radio Biafra last in this Anambra State was on December period. That was hidden effective period. Even though this status of we did not listen to Radio Biafra. It's really hard for people. These people, their policies are what they are up to. Hello?
I'm with you, and the world is listening.
So, and I want you people to turn out to the person in charge of 102.7. That person needs to be cautioned. First, you know his work. Okay, class today there was this radio was off air. When it was around 7, the person just on it, and what is 12 noon in the middle of night, the person will just switch off again, and it will remain like that until next day. I'm comparing this thing because of our daddy's broadcast tomorrow, because I know they will still do the same. Please, sir.
Your complaints are noted, and those who handle that department, I believe they are listening. Thank you very much.
And another thing. Hello?
Go ahead.
Please, because of my side. I cannot Google, I cannot WhatsApp, but there's nothing I can do except this call. I'm managing to die. Please, I'm begging. If it is possible, it's our oath we need to take. Our local Dala and so on language. This is our various languages. Because I learned that even though the grand we speak just understanding this, because of this, because this was English language. That is what some of us in America are making up. Because I don't it's our English and our forefathers doesn't understanding this.
We lost that caller, but we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Mazi David Anyemulu. I heard from USA, under USA in the local government address of Biafra land. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the topic we are hearing this night is very important because that's the problem we are having now. Because these people, so-called Nigeria, they are trying everything possible to wipe out that name, Biafra. That's why they brought Niger Delta. And to me, Oyo wala si na aza Niger Delta Niger. Ahụrụ m ya ka nne ma ewu na-amaghị ihe. So mgbe mmadụ nyere gị aha dịka nkịta just like dog. When you give any name you give any dog, that's what the dog will answer. So it's an error for somebody to be zoo animals or from all the way from descent to give you a name. And you say you're answering South Niger Delta. That's the only way, the easiest way they are using to kill us. Because when they change your name, you become an animal before them. So they can never in the future. Or Madaga, Madakazi, Bogada. I am to say, we are like a mess, Taha, who Biafra, Conor. Anyaga, Nigeria, one of the Nigeria, hanging out, I will make it. Later, get on you, Biafra, you must make it. I had Jimana and Igbo. I have Igbo, Adaga, until the wab. They can never change our name. So, Niger Delta Niger, who animal, it won't be depend, I can be anytime, they make proceed. So, this is how it goes. One up, I do, and I make a letter, my Goma, when you say you will Mazi and the kind of my own years to say, Mazi Timofo, Napoku can do good time, Tapata, Hana, Kahatiaka, Nana, okay, Rolamba, okay, I Mother Dicky, but they didn't Dicky. So, also, I'm no look. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Biafra.
Almost hit Biafra. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Mazi Okachuku. I'm calling from the United Arab Emirates.
Go ahead. Of course, that is what they do from United Emirates always. Go ahead if you are back.
They will tell you this is not for Africa. Even if, irrespective of how competent you are for that job, they will tell you this job is not for Africa. Mazi, when I came here last 2 years, December last 2 years, and I identified with a church here I was fellowshipping with. Mazi, did you know that one day I have a privilege to discuss with one of our brother here. He is from the United States of America. Did you know what he told me? He told me that they don't trust Nigerians. They don't trust Nigerians in the church, irrespective of how holy you portrayed yourself to be. They don't trust Nigerians. that all crime going on in the world is known to be committed by Nigerians. Mazi, I was so ashamed when the man said this. Yes, he is not saying he is not far from the truth, but somehow it looks down on us, we that have a simple mind and we that have a simple heart. You know, Mazi, my anger boils down to all these our so-called elders who goes about rubbishing, destroying, and maiming us before the world. But these people are complaining that we are insulting them and we are doing this and we are doing that. Time will come when they will even value that or appreciate that it is only insult that we are insulting them. But the time will come when if we start stopping them and giving them slaps, irrespective of whoever that is with them, irrespective of the security apparatus that is guiding them, when we start stopping them and start giving them hot slap on their cheeks, they will even prefer that we insult them. When they don't want to live up to their responsibilities, when they don't want to stand out as an elder they claim to be, they go about messing up, destroying the future generation, messing our land, giving the Fulani herdsmen opportunity to be coming and invading our land, killing our parents, killing our mothers, raping our sisters, destroying and violating every norms in our land. They still go about and be expecting us to respect them. If an elder failed to do the post he ought to do, Mazi, that eldership will be removed from him and he will be dealt with and he will be messed up with as a thief. Mazi, this is my grievances. I need to point it out. If they don't repent and go back to their roots so as to uphold that Biafra dignity, Mazi, they cannot run away from it. Definitely they must face the consequences. Thank God everybody is waking up. Thank God you people are exposing the lies that has been hidden for long. Thank God for you. Thank God for our deputy. Thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Jesus Christ of our time, the Savior of our time. People say, why should we call him Savior? What has he not done? What has Jesus Christ did that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not done to make sure that we are saved? Anybody criticizing that man will die before his time. Mazi, I need to stop here so other people can contribute. Right on. God bless you.
We must continue. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line.
Good evening, Mazi George Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My name is Mazi Flores Chioma. I'm calling from Ebonyi province in Oruku local government. Mazi, I really appreciate you for bringing up this very topic because many of us have fallen a victim of changing our name to English name. Even my own self is now answering Florence, why my real name is Chidrim Ifeanyi. So now that we realize that we must go back to our roots, so I'm advising other people to go back to their real name because that name, Chi, is what our parents named us. So we should maintain it, not going to answer that English name which has no meaning. So I appreciate you so much. Keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much, Ada. We are going home and the enemy is aware of it. And of course, our people must understand the need why our name must be protected. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening, Biafrans, the lovers of freedom, wherever you are. My name is still Mayor Humble Servant Mazi Joseph Onyeibe, and Mazi Joseph Onyeibe is calling from Obolafo. Obolafo is in the local government. So, then we say Biafra land. I appreciate you for how you have made every one of us to see this glorious day, because as the day is breaking, that is how our freedom is even coming more faster than ever before. And I say, may God keep on strengthening my little Nnamdi Kanu. Ofoye ne siri ore oso ora riche. One murube bo hamadike one of Biafra land. Otu onye na so na abịala. Asị ka Chukwu ka ma gozi bie. Ma nwoke ọbụla nke goziri ka Chineke gozi onye ahụ, onye kọchara ka Chineke kọcha ma kọchie nketa alele. The same thing goes to our deputy leader Mazi Chuka from Efo. He's a great man indeed. He have come to prove to the world that he can trust a Biafran, and I say make a crew keep on strengthening him. And every one of you, Mazi George Onyeibe, especially you in Biafra land, because you are in a lion den and you are keep on fighting, and God Almighty have been protecting you. And I say, may God keep on protecting you. Any person who just even my generation, and any person who bless you, may God bless the person. You are doing a great job, because I see say that with that number. Since you bring this topic that we should go back to our roots, believe me, the life of Biafra have changed. And this is have shown that God Almighty have ordained, and the mark of God is upon this restoration effort, because God Almighty is the one that uses his son and select the people that will fight the battle for him. And I say, may God Almighty keep on strengthening you in the name of Chukwu Kabema, I pray. He said.
Thank you.
So my people, what I'm saying, especially in this back, especially in this back to our roots, this thing is the one of the thing, because you are just seeing it, our life now. All these things that our forefather did, that me and you have forget all of them and say that you are now in a civilized world. Let us even just look at our life. Since we entered that civilized world, is things going well with us? That will be the question that me and you will have to ask ourselves. Is things going well with us? The answer is no. The only thing that you are seeing is premature death. Why can't we ask ourselves, what are those things that our forefathers did that made them to live to the great health? That you need to ask yourself. Now that God Almighty have loved me and you, is that God loved me and you. That is the reason why that He bring this topic back, to make us to go back. Because our problem is this: we are not even reading the scripture. Because if at all we are reading the scripture, we can even go to Jeremiah 6 verse 16. This is not a Ikana word. Jeremiah 6 verse 16, he said that you go and that old way is this back to our roots. Let us do all those things that. What are those? How did they live their life? What food did they eat? How did they live everything? We see that things will be okay for us. Because since this Zuko Nigeria started, believe me, our life have changed. We are now dancing to what that's not supposed to be so. Mazi, let me summarize it so that other people can contribute. But I say, make a care keep on stretching you in this thing. And let my people hearken to this voice back to our roots, because it will be very, very okay for us. You don't watch Chineke. Goodbye from here.
Very much. Yes, sir. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from
here. You hear me, Mazi Onyeibe? Hi, good afternoon from here, my brother. My name is Elanya Uche. I am calling from the great state of New Jersey, USA. I hail from Abriba. Abriba is in Ohafia local government area in Umuahia province. Mazi Onyeibe, you were talking about the importance of our name. The importance of our name and our need to protect our name. Even as us Biafrans, our enemies, the first strategy they used was to try to destroy our name.
By calling us terrorists.
Terrorists, proscribed people, these people, they love too much money, they will do anything for money. They are the ones, they say that we, Biafrans, we love too much money. Meanwhile, after the war, they took all our money and gave us 20 pounds. What do you call that? They're the ones embezzling all the oil money, and they are accusing us of loving too much money. What do you call that one they're doing? Even in this our struggle now, there are many people, even in our midst, who are still walking around with Zoo mentality and Zoo behavior. And we must guard against that, because we must make sure that we protect the name of IPOB and the name of Biafra as being straight and upright people, as being orderly and disciplined. They always come in our midst with this jaga upside down behavior. And I'm telling you, when Biafra comes, we will make sure that the consequences for breaking the law, even me myself, if I break the law, I should be ready to face the consequences. When we set up our street lights, if you run that red light, when the light is red, you're supposed to stop. You run that red light and they catch you, you will face the consequences. Did you pay the fine, or they lock you up, or whatever the consequences, you pay that. Because we will make sure that we maintain an image of being straight, being orderly, being disciplined, being honest, being trustworthy. That is what Biafra represents. That is what IPOB represents. And we will guard that with our lives. At a meeting,
as you were sharing your story, Mazi Onyeibe, it just seemed as if you were in our own meeting. As you were sharing the story of the man that was telling you what will happen with you, will not happen with your son. It just seemed as if you were in a meeting, because some other people in a meeting, those things happen. And Onyeibe said it. In our midst, there are all kinds of people, all kinds of character. And when you're in the leadership position, these things will come from the here and from there. But for me, oh my goodness, I am ready for it. Because in this our struggle, Mazi, we have the moral high ground. Everything the way this organization has been set up, I am ready to argue with anybody from now till next year. Because everything we are doing, we have checked it ourselves to make sure that, listen, we make sure that we don't offend anybody, make sure that you don't infringe on anybody's rights. But the rules and the regulations, you must follow it. You must follow the rules and the regulations. We will not be bent for anybody, and we will not do favoritism for anybody. That is what IPOB stands for, and that's what we're going to instill in Biafra. Let me share some information, Mazi. Here in New Jersey, we're trying to make sure that we set up our South Jersey family. South Jersey. So those of you who live around Camden, around Trenton, and who have been maybe discouraged by the distance coming to Newark for our meetings, please feel free to contact our coordinator, Mazi Chijioke at +1 646 207 7872. We're on Facebook as IPOB New Jersey. We're on Twitter and Instagram, IPOBNJ. To email us, IPOBNewJersey@gmail.com, and we will get to you as quickly as possible. Old Umuahia province includes Umunochi local government, Ohafia, Arochukwu, Bende, Ikuano, Isukwato, Umuahia North and Umuahia South local government areas. We are galvanizing worldwide to make sure that sector of Biafra land is functioning at a high level. To join us in this effort, you can call me Mazelaya Uche at +1 732 912 6087. Thank you very much for the time, Mazi Onyeibe. Continue to get to work.
Thank you, my brother. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Call on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please. And I think he's not there. And this is where we draw the curtain for this segment. The truth I want you to go home with tonight is simple. Number one, Africans are misbehaving because Africa is named after a drunkard. Go and check history. 90% of all the colonial masters or terrorists, as the case may be, they are all drunkard. And you have been answering drunkard for over 400 years. And you think you are going to be okay? Remove this name of a drunkard tagged on the continent of Africa. You will see they begin to reason. The same way you hear Nigeria. You can't call somebody a name of criminal. You gave birth to a child, you start calling your child, I'm robber. You will have the best of it. That is why Nigeria is what it is today. But that having been said, Biafrans, you must fight and protect your name. If that means the only thing you have, get ready for it. Don't let them come for you before you start it. Get ready for it. If they tell you you will die, you will tell them how you are going to die. If they tell you you are nobody, tell them you are somebody. My father said to me, if somebody say you are a fool, agree. Because sometimes we all fool ourselves. But if they tell you you are foolish, follow them to any extent and make them understand that you are not foolish. We are not foolish. The first thing Nigerian did is to proscribe IPOB, giving her bad name. Today, who is answering the bad name? Your name is your heritage. Your name is your link to divinity. Protect it. I take one more call and I sign off from this segment. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Onyeibe.
Yes, go ahead and see how brief you can be.
My name is Odoma Zubike, calling from Palermo, Italy, from Ebiaola local government, Benue State. I really appreciate your work, Mazi Onyeibe. Each time I remember Radio Biafra, I'm very so excited. Thank you for your good work, and I appreciate all IPOB leaders, our Mazi Namdekan, and others. May God be with every one of us. I just want to say one thing. You say go back to our roots. Let us go back to our root and maintain our name. Because I even feel shame sometimes our people, they name them Chukudi. They will change the name to which English name again? They will find English name and say, this is my name, which is very, very wrong. They will name some people Chidima, they will change the name to Isabella.
I started answering George because of Yoruba people. For instance, I start answering George because of Yoruba people. Because I'm tired of hearing Omoibo, Oloshi, Olori Buruku. Anytime they hear Onyema, you are Oloshi, Olori Buruku, Oloshi, Olori Buruku.
So, let our people go back and maintain where we come from. We, Biafra, we are going home and nothing will stop us. Nothing. I say nothing. We will fight to the end. And those saboteurs sabotaging us, let them be ready, and we are ready. We are going home, and nothing will make us go back. And I still want to tell my people from other local government, Benue State, Easy people and Desire people, anybody, anywhere you are, go and register for IPOB. Go and register IPOB. We are Biafran. We are not Idom. We are not Hausa. We are not Yoruba. We are Biafra. We are going home. We are going home. Nothing will stop us. And the other way, there's one man say, with too insultive. Anybody who insult you, he's trying to correct you. Because me, if you insult me, I will look at that place you insult me. I will take correction.
The word of God is for reproof, is for rebuke, is for instruction, is for correction. Anyone you give them, let them take it.
Yes. If you tell me, look at your head, or if you tell me you are smelling, I will look at myself. If I'm smelling, tomorrow I will not continue it again. I will bath tomorrow, so that you will not abuse me again. So those of them say we are insultive. We apologize them. Let them take correction. We are telling them to repent. We are not telling them to continue making their mistake. We are telling them to repent and know the truth. Let them stop saying lie. If they still lie, they will continue. They will close their eyes. No, we are in the time of if you talk, you die. If you no talk, you still die.
So you better talk now.
You better talk and die, because before, if you talk, you say, no, I don't want to talk. If I talk now, they will put me for prison or they will kill me. But now, if you no talk or you talk, either than kill you or they will send the Fulani herdsmen. One day, Fulani herdsmen, they will enter your place, or they will use Boko Haram. They will use many things in order to destroy your life. So you better talk and die. Those of Igbo people, those of our brother Igbo people that are fearing, let them not fear. Let them come out. Biafran, Delta, Urobo, all Bayelsa, Cross River, other places, Ebonyi, all of them, let them be ready. Stop be afraid of anybody. Stop afraid of Zoo Republic. Let us come out and pursue our goal.
Thank you very much.
Because there's no any other hope we have as a race. It's only Biafra will save us. It's only anybody. If nothing in Nigeria that is working, nothing. And if for me, Nigeria is destiny destroyer. And if you still have hope in Nigeria, which means you are going nowhere. You are going nowhere because they use that lie to deceive us. They will see the Agbo person now. They will ask him, "Where are you from?" I say, "I'm from Agbo. I'm not from Igbo. I'm from this way. I'm not from Igbo." There's one guy that working with me in my working place. The guy, I asked the guy, "Where are you from?" He said, "From Agbo. From Ika. I know Igbo." How can you say you are not Igbo? I asked him one question. Where is Omimi? He said, Omimi is I don't know. I said, any man that reach 18 years, you don't know your history, you're a fool. He asked me, well, what does that mean? I said, go and make research. Go and make research. What is a Aguilera? He said, Aguilera is Igbo. Where is Omimi? I asked him, where is Eka? Where is Aguilera? He said, he don't know. I said, okay, no problem. Your father is still alive. Call your father at home and make research. Since that day, the guy, if you see me, he said, what he said is true. I said, you better repent. Go and look for your future. Stop believing with one Nigeria. One Nigeria will destroy your life. So for me, all my family, all my village people, we stand for Biafra and we are going home. Nothing will change it. And let other people still do so. Biafra is only our destination. No, nothing can change it. Thank you, Mazi Onyeibe. And indeed, I just want to say only one language to my people. Easy and the easy in a boy and those that is in Benue State is out also. So going to school for you going to school blank you ain't so le Biafra be as of time you akwotara so otonwo kwivozo going to kwego jile ivoro to kwenya sibanya agia o inodulero lenye Nigeria o mgbotu trabe kwago ekele mu no dibanye all hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. That is our brother calling from Igbo Benue. Ohanese don't recognize them. They have been abandoned by Ohanese. It's Igbo, but it's in Benue. We must protect our name because Biafra is our only hope. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call into the segment. Apology, I cannot take any call further. But I will be signing up and coming back in no time. Don't forget, we are Biafrans. Today, we are Biafrans. Tomorrow, we remain Biafran. Next tomorrow and forever, we are Biafra. In heaven or in earth, we are Biafran. And we answer our Father's name. Ndewonu.
Biafra is our only home. It is our only home. From the rising of the sun to the going on the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Only hope, Biafra. We must always strive to do what we ought to do to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope, Biafra. From the
to the Y, to the Y. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Announcement. There will be a 7 days praise victory march by IPOB and Biafrans worldwide from Thursday 25th of June 2020 to Wednesday 1st of July 2020. Theme: all the people of Biafra shall shout great shout of praises to Chukwu Okike Abiama. The walls of Nigeria shall fall down flat. Joshua chapter 6 verses 1 to 5 and Acts of the Apostles chapter 16 verses 25 to 26. On all these days, only praises, thanksgiving, worship, shouts of victory, joyful songs will be given to Chukwu Okike Abiama. Call our Father Chukwu Okike Abiama sweet names. both in local languages and in Bible references, referring to his mighty works and power, such as I am that I am, ocean divider, ancient of days, impossibility specialist, glory of Israel, King of kings, Lord of lords, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, consuming fire, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai, Alpha and Omega, our defender, eternal rock of ages, Okechi, Ekwueme, Honorie Lorenyi, Chikadibia, Obatobie, Abasimbong, Tamuno, Ogene, Ayiba, in your local dialects, and so on and so forth. No prayer requests or complaints or supplications or lamentations or intercessions or petitions or binding and loosing will be made. It's a season of celebration of our departure and everlasting freedom from Nigeria. Fasting is not included. Scriptures to read are Day 1, Thursday, 25th of June 2020, Psalm 65, Psalm 66, Psalm 100, and Revelation chapter 7. Day 2, Friday, 26th of June 2020, Psalm 8, Psalm 9, Exodus 15, and Revelation chapter 5, verses 7 to 14. Day 3, Saturday, 27th of June 2020, Psalm 18, Psalm 124, Judges chapter 5, and Isaiah 25. Day 4, Sunday, 28th of June 2020, Psalm 81, Psalm 136, 2 Samuel 22, Revelation chapter 1, verses 7 to 11 and 17 to 18. Day 5, Monday, 29th of June 2020, Psalm 117, Psalm 138, 1 Chronicles 29, verses 11 to 20, and Habakkuk chapter 3. Day 6, Tuesday, 30th of June 2020, Psalm 92, Psalm 118, 1 Samuel 2, 1 to 10, Luke chapter 1, verses 46 to 55, and 67 to 79. Day 7, Wednesday, 1st of July 2020, Psalm 106, Psalm 107, Deuteronomy chapter 32, 1 to 44, Revelation 18, and Revelation 19, 1 to 6. Chukwokike Abiama has given us victory over our numerous enemies and has delivered us by his mighty hand. To him alone be all the glory forever and ever. He said, prepared by Evangelist Uza Kunwokike, signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Committee. Shalom.
I learned from long ago what matters most in life, and now I think I know why one will fight to death when people rise against the helpless just for greed. They'll hope it lasts for long, but just in dawn of time the sun will rise at last, and darkness goes to bed. The night may rise and fall, but light will stand out tall. Some people might believe that one can fight with ease. When fighting gets tough, then freedom will not come. In case you want to know what freedom fighting is, then I guess you'll have to go and search real freedom, man. The sun will rise at last, and darkness goes to bed. The night may rise and fall, but light will stand out tall. The sun will rise at last, and darkness goes to bed. The dreams of yesterday will live on in our minds. In this our quest we know that men will rise and fall. When they try once and fail, they'll retreat and succumb. A voice from shadows say, son, heed this wake-up call. Strive hard to stand defeat. Rise and stand to your feet. Cause the sun will rise at last, and darkness goes to bed. The night may rise and fall, but light will stand out tall. Yes, the sun has risen, so the dark will have to go. The stars that glitter glow, we shine for then, you know, yeah.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world. This is still Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live to Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Ukafo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Ukafo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nandi Ukukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He's the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people for almost 60 years. He's the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And if I may remind you, he will be on air tomorrow as always to deliver the gospel. By the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And as always, I must acknowledge the Creator as I humble myself before Him. And I say, Anyị na-aja gị mma n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o inwe gị mgbanwe o ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled 7 Reasons Why We Biafrans, why most Biafrans are reluctant in taking a stand about the Biafran restoration project. 7 reasons why most Biafrans are reluctant in taking a stand about the Biafran restoration project. Honestly, if you are here in Biafra land, and of course anywhere you are in the world, you will notice people respond when you talk about the need for Biafra to be restored. Try experimenting on this. Go to any location you can see Biafrans. The ones that are not yet born again. The ones that are not yet born again. Of course, when I mean born again, the ones that are not in the struggle. The one pretending not to know what we do on Radio Biafra. The one that don't see any reason to talk about Biafra. Try and run this experiment on them. For instance, if you go to the campuses and you look at our youth and say, how do you see about this Biafran issue? Some of them are saying, please, 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 I don't have time for that now. It is because they are ignorant. At that circle. And you talk about Biafra. Of course, most of them, not all of them. They are going to say, there is government recommendation I'm expecting. My son need to be favored. Go to the church Christian sector. They will rebuke you because Yoruba man is in charge of their destiny. Go to the marketplace. You hear now, man, you get so many response. Some will tell you, you want to bring war here? But let me tell you one of my most humiliating encounter I have had. Somebody came to my office to buy some product. And as always, he didn't know I'm the owner of the factory where he came to buy those materials. And we were discussing Biafra issue. I was debating so vigorously that everybody was listening. And when I finished explaining, the man looked at me and said, if I slap you, they tell us about Biafra. If I slap you. And that is because he thought that maybe I'm one of the loader or one of the small boys there. And I said, why would you do that? He said, do you know how many houses, building my father have in Obunabale, D-Line, Port Harcourt? All of them were seized because of Biafra. Today I'm in London. Do you know what I do in London? I was so depressed. Of course, the last blow will not end on my head. That is me. And I look at him and I say, thunder will fire your father. He said, are you talking to me? I said, God will punish you. And all my workers gathered him. And that is when he knew he was talking to the director he was looking for. And so to him, they seized his father's property in River State. So Biafra should not come. It's important we understand why our people are responding the way they respond. Some of our people. I'm not telling you tonight that I'm better than that guy. It's like some of you who think you have story building in Lagos. And so because of your father's story building or your own story building, we should not talk about Biafra. We have left property for Nigeria. We must talk about Biafra. But whatever position you find yourself, it is important you know what is driving you. A lot of people speak from their subconscious mind. That they tell us within them, tell them. But we give you testimony. Pure, direct, which cannot be disputed. That is why today, Nigerians cannot come out and fault anything we say. The only option they have is to defend themselves. Tonight we are going to look at some of these 7 reasons. And if for any reason you are held under spell you are spellbound by any of these syndrome or symptom, please save yourself. Because this is a journey of no return. There is no way anybody is going back and say, well, let's leave Biafra and restructure. Nobody is leaving Biafra. Even though it is the last man standing. And even though he must die, he will die with that request. Let Biafra be restored. As it is written, as it has been said, so let it be written, and so let it be done. Number one, among these reasons, the horrible experience of the genocidal war. You see, when they fought that war, when Gowon Awolowo, another tout, who claimed to be founding father of Nigeria, brought war to Biafra land, they masterminded everything that they did. They masterminded, they prepared their heart. Understand, Ojukwu came back from Lagos. He called these people to come back, having discovered that the discussion in Ghana did not work. Believing that Yoruba will call for Oduduwa nation, and then Arewa will go their way. But some people were still doing buying and selling. They didn't come back. And then, while Ojukwu was in Biafra land trying to organize things, Nigeria and British government decided to attack Ojukwu. Gowon said the reason he attacked Biafra land was that Ojukwu went to announce the outcome of the meeting without informing them. And they came in a guise, they call it police action. They rounded up Biafra land. Their plan was to horrify our people. They killed them with style because they were serial killers. They made those who died to die horribly. Some parents have to dodge their children inside the sockaway. It should be Governor Akpabio. He was dodged in the sockaway during the war. It was horrible. A lot of women were raped. Most of them cannot even see their experience. Many others were loaded in truck and moved to, they were exploited between Yoruba and Hausa Fulani. Because someday Obasanjo will tell us where he met Yabo. That was his own sport of war. Babangida will tell us who he paid dowry to. Mariam Babangida. That was sport of war. The wife of Bongo Sikwe. Most of you may listen to the song. After the war, Bongo Sikwe dedicated a track to him. But they shut him up anyway. Because during Babangida time, they made him the gardener in Asu Rock. He sang a song. Oh, Mariana, my beloved Mariana, I have been searching for you, only thing, don't let me down. Mariam Babangida, she was a spoilt of war. This is the wife of Bongo Sikwe. Babangida is still alive. He took me. For 3 years, there were no medical facilities available. For 3 years, they did not go to school. For 3 years, they could not trade. For 3 years, they were not justice system. For 3 years, they were connected from the rest of the world. For 3 years, there was no electricity. For 3 years, nobody heard their cry. It was horrible. When you talk to those generation, of course, I'll be back. Facebook have started again. You know we are not going anywhere. I'll be back in a minute.
There are so many of them, and they are so exuberant, the Biafrans. Even the refugees sing, especially when they have just been told their homes have been recaptured and they can go back.
This goes out to all the Biafran kids who were starved to death by the Nigerian government. By the Nigerian government for no reason. I say forgiveness is not in our dictionary. Nigeria must pay for this because we will not only remember the words of our enemy, but also the silence of our friends. Biafra, Biafra is here. Long live Biafra. Long live Biafra. Biafra, Biafra is here. Long live Biafra. Long live Biafra.
Biafra has no end. A people of courage, of strong heart and spirit, who will not be punished, who cannot be oppressed, who will continue to fight until they hold freedom in their hands. Long live Biafra.
Biafra, Biafra is here. Long live Biafra. Long live Biafra. Biafra is here. Long live Biafra. Long live Biafra. Biafra, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. God bless our leader, Mazi, Namkana. God bless our supreme leader, Mazi, Onyeibe. God bless Biafra. God bless my country. Oh, nana. Land of the rising sun. John Lovine, my originality. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We take it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting Jah people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them entered in. I brought in civilization, brought in Jah religion, and told us about America, and we embraced it. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination teared us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, Nana. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayo, Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. My home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. From Father Isaac. The descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My fatherland. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters. I'm a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar. Brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason, forced to coexist together. joyous, colonious external marginalization of the Biafras. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayoy, Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. My fatherland. Land of the rising. Land of the rising sun.
To the white. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Rising sun. Oh, sweet home, my fatherland. I believe in Biafra. I love the rising. Yes, there was a country before they came. Yeah, my home, my fatherland. Yes, it's a reality. Biafra is a reality. My originality.
Yes, so once again, we are back. As always, we understand that we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities and power. We wrestle against wicked spirits in the heavenly places. We wrestle against saboteurs, unfriendly friend. We wrestle against Facebook and other social media. We wrestle against Awasa, Yoruba, Fulani. We wrestle against One Nigeria. We wrestle against Oye Company. We wrestle against Zugabyte. We wrestle against Oye theft across the globe. We wrestle against British government that created Nigeria. And of course, only God knows. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are back again. You cut us 100 times, we will come back 100 times. The only thing is shut down your server. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo is the man who has simply assured us, unlike the Nigerian people, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Just once. And that is when the word of God says, once have I spoken and twice have I heard that power belongs to God. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. His name is Mazi Nande Ukukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. For over 60 years, he is the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Mazi Nande Kano is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State. And of course, I will go ahead all over again and acknowledge Chukwu Kikabiama. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na gị mara mma e, ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị, o juru anya anya dadị o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o, ise. And of course, as we all know, I was cut off by the Yoruba, not on every platform, but that Yoruba controlled Facebook. We will control Facebook for you later. You won't change the record. If Nigerian useless Nollywood industry can be acting 1 hour movie for 7 days, season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, we will give you broadcast season 100. Don't you get it? And of course, moving ahead to our topic, I have to reintroduce it again. Like I said this evening on this segment, our topic is 7 reasons why most Biafrans are reluctant in taking a stand about Biafra restoration project. Just 7 reasons. I started by reminding us to go out and make experiment. Go to the campuses, go to the market squares, go to the hospitals, go to different locations. Ask Biafra many questions. They respond differently. Like in the part 1 of this broadcast, which I encourage you to go back so you know where we are coming from, I have explained my encounter with somebody. And before I was rudely interrupted by Yorubas on Facebook, I was trying to make you understand about what Buhari did right there in Imo State. They raped women, they murdered women, they subjugated people. It was horrible. For good 3 years, our fathers saw hell, but they stood their ground. The idea or the mindset behind it was that let's teach them a lesson they will never forget. Go and ask the Yoruba man, Adekule, the one they call Black Scorpion. The ones that brainwash Adakaburu. Awolowo, Obasanjo, and Adekule were the one who converted Adakaburu to a weapon to destroy his own people. Adekule said, we shoot anything that move. Any direction they see smoke, they begin to shoot. They have enough bullets to shoot. They have British government giving them every ammunition. Russian among others. For 3 years. Believe me, there is even an adage in my place that the person who see war don't pronounce its full name. In other words, if war is referred to as aga, the people who witness it, they will tell us they don't pronounce, when they are pronouncing it, they don't complete the name. They are traumatized. They were all traumatized. To cap it all after the war, Nigeria, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani conspired together and said, if we hear you mention that name, you will be charged for treason. That was the reason why our leader, when he mentioned Biafra, he was charged with treason, treason felony, and treason neighboring. Very horrible. For 10 years, nobody could use that name. Within that 10 years, they deleted Biafra from the map of the world. They pay huge amount of money to International Map Society or whatever they call themselves. It was a horrible experience. And that is why when you talk to most of your mother, they will say, my son, I hope this will not lead to war. But mother and father, let me tell you, I as a person, George Onyeibe, don't believe that Nigeria will let us go without a war. But we will tell them how it's going to be. I don't believe that. How can you see me, your rabbit? You felt your trap has caught me and you will lose me to go. Are they insane? Is Yoruba insane? Are they insane to let us go? Don't be afraid. If we must fight over and over again, if we must fight in 100 lifetimes, we will keep fighting till Nigeria is dismembered. We don't blame you. The truth remains that if you like, you fight. If you don't like, don't fight. Who will die, will die. We have learned a lot from Nigeria. Many people who said, oh, I can't talk, Nigeria will kill me, they all died of accidental discharge. Drunken policeman. Just shoot them. They are gone. I can assure you that people who are not members of IPOB, More than 75% of them have died in the hand of the Nigerian Boko Haram security apparatus. Let's not deceive ourselves. Those Christians being slaughtered in the northern Nigeria, across Biafra land, are you telling me it's because of Biafra? Nigeria is meant to kill you. But let me not digress further. So when you see somebody in form of elder who is telling you this Biafra thing, let's drop it, my brother, don't blame them. You don't know what they saw. You don't. But will that make us to depart from this journey? The answer is no. We want to see our own. Obasanjo, Gowon, we want to see our own. And then let our children tell the story as we are telling that of our fathers. And so as a result of the horrification, the horrible act they witness, many of them are freed. But believe me, the world has moved on since then. The world has metamorphosed. It's not going to be that way. Number 2, the issue of ignorance as a result of lack of awareness. The result of ignorance as a result of lack of awareness. I can assure you that 90% of the people in South, and Southeast don't even know what happened in the war. Because during the war, Bender State, where I come from, we were kind of being, carved out of Biafra land. We had the belief we are not Biafran, and so we just kept quiet. We were going to school. Free education for that matter. They work on our brain. Told us everything they want us to believe. That is why tomorrow morning you see a graduate, a professor from Abo, his name is Ikechukwu or Chidema, and they will tell you, I'm not Igbo. When they finish quoting their degree, and they will tell you, I'm not Igbo. Don't blame them. One of our brother who is a musician, he say, Melu Webereu, Melu Webereu. It's not their fault. You have not been brainwashed. So you don't know how it really works. I'm not Igbo, I'm not Igbo. Anytime any Igbo man is telling you I'm not Igbo, look into his eye, you will see emptiness. They need your help. And then you go and ask them 1 or 2 questions. You will see their spirit will begin to calm down. We knew everything that happened. But the story was being told to us as if it were happening in some country far away. And so these clans that fall under the category of ignorant, they are the one who believe Ojukwu brought war. Ojukwu wanted to fight Nigeria. Gowon say Nigeria must win. We are going to fight together to make Nigeria one. Thunder fire all of honor. The ignorant of the law is no excuse. Those of you still living are under ignorance, it's not excuse. I know no day. Nobody is discharged and acquitted in any competent court jurisdiction because you are ignorant. They could temper justice with mercy, but you pay for it. And so many ignorant people speak big English. Biafra is not achievable, it cannot be workable, it cannot be economizable. Big English, they are ignorant. Don't blame them. Enlighten them. The first category are the one who say, we don't want war, we don't want war. Their father must have lost property. But the people who really pay the price, the people who really pay the price. I talked to a woman. He said, my elder brothers, they all left home. They didn't come back again. They left home to go and fight to defend Biafra. None of them came back. My mother is old and is dead. And I'm old now. And all I wish is to see Biafra come in my lifetime. And then when I die and I meet my mother, I can tell my mother, your sons are back. He said, that is all I want. I can tell my mother, I found your son. Because when Biafra come, he will see why his brothers left home and never come back again. The ignorant ones are busy speaking English, analyzing situation. Number 3 reason. The manipulation by the media platform regarding the issue of Biafra. Number 3 reason you see them not ready, not standing up with zeal, is because the media platform manipulates their head. I remember one of those 30th of May, or was it Independent, we were trying to celebrate something on that very year. And Nigerian brought one Eche man in one of their radio stations. And the man was asked to analyze what happened during the war. And the man was giving fanciful sermon. The man said, well, we noticed that some mischievous Igbo, he's Igbo from Eche, some mischievous Igbo want to destroy our Nigeria. And then I was called upon because I schooled in Kano. My friends there called me, they gave me military training, so I become a military man. I was actually assigned to seize the abandoned property. The man is not dead, though, he's still alive. A chairman is the one who seized property. After seizing it, he thought they would make him governor of Rivers State. They gave it to JT Spev, Amayanabo of Browse. The man is still dying with the frustration till today. But will he learn? They brought him to the media. But the frustration of him not becoming the governor of Rivers State is still killing him till today, after 53 years later. He told us fanciful story. How the first son of Onyeibe betrayed Imo people. And when Biafra was conquered, he went to Awolowo and the rest of them and said, I can't go back to Imo State. They will kill me. He told beautiful story how Nigeria rewarded the Onyeibe son, made him the first commissioner of Rivers State, and carved out one part of Onyeibe, their Niger Delta with me. They were beautiful, telling beautiful stories. They are achievers. Yoruba did their job well. Before they used to say this Biafra of 18. How do you see it? They hire people to come and make jest of us. They manipulated our mind. They reprogrammed us. They called us name. Only jobless people. Tout. Jobless people. Do you know us? Do you know us? I'm asking Nigeria, do you know us? What is your definition of tout? What is your definition of miscreant? What is your definition of jobless people? Do you know us? And so for a very long time, they demeaned, they assassinated the character, deformed the image of the sovereign Biafran nation. Not something anybody could be proud to identify with. Before now, can you be proud? Today, not only have we recovered Biafra in the mind of the people, we have regained the dignity of the Igbo man. Everybody is now dragging Igbo. Why? Because the people are waking up. When we talk about the media, you cannot be able to evaluate the level of damage done to our brain by media managed by Yoruba people. They are still doing that damage till today. You cannot make any movie, any broadcast. You cannot make any product from the movie industry that will enhance on the dignity of the Biafran people that will be endorsed. don't let anybody deceive you. When you see our brothers in the Nollywood acting ritualists, cooking pusher, kidnappers, don't blame them. As far as their movie can demean the tradition and culture of Biafran people, they will always give them go ahead. Why are they chasing China Amanda? Then you begin to understand. The Yoruba media blackmailed everybody. They know how to present their matter. I keep saying it. I don't stand to favor anybody. But it's my duty to defend the honor, the dignity, the integrity of my father's name. And I will do that with the last drop of my blood. I do not blame anybody. But I was frustrated as a child. Because each time I come close to the radio, oh, there is this Ikechukwu Ojimako, he stole fowl in Kaduna, and then there is another ongoing story, a kidnapper by the name Nnamdi Okenkwo, somewhere in Enugu State. He stole a cow, and then we found another Chijoke, one name Nonamba, yes, in Lagos. He stole money. I was ashamed myself. I asked my father, I said, are Igbo people this bad? You know, he's a very sensitive man. He don't no answer. And he say, why are you asking? I say, every day in the news, Igbo man must do something. Igbo man this, Igbo man that, Igbo man this. Believe me, if you ask me, have you seen an angel? I would say, yes, I have. Do you know? It's the Igbo man. When I mean Igbo man, I mean Igbo woman. I have seen many of them who are not thieves. I have seen many of them who have not stolen in their life. If there were a better way to describe an angel, they are. They are. But if you still ask me, have you seen the devil? I will tell you it's Igbo man. But that is not where I'm going to. But before now, everybody is running. I used to tell people, the greatest way to humiliate an Igbo man is to tell him, hey, Igbo man. You see the person shrinking back. That is what the media did to you. You are not a thief. They just gave you that name to stigmatize you. Do you know the thought of having HIV kill more people than HIV? Yoruba tag you. Anytime you are telling us to love Yoruba, understand they condemn the whole generation because of one man. And so shall their whole generation be condemned because of one man. They manipulated the mind of some people. And when you see this kind of people who have been manipulated, they say, what did the government say? All this one you people are doing, did the government say anything? Why would the government say something? When you see the category of people who are telling you about BBC is not saying it now, CNN is not talking about Biafra now, and Nigerians are not talking about Biafra, those ones are the ones that have been manipulated by the media. Number 4, the ones that are manipulated by religious leader. Those who have been manipulated by religious leader, only few of them can stand up to fight for their freedom. Imagine you go to Yoruba church, you go and meet your Yoruba pastor and say, help me pray for Biafra restoration. I tell you, he's going to call DSS on you. He's going to call DSS on you. I challenge you. Biafra, restoration of Biafra does not amount to killing of anybody. It amounts to us becoming the author of our destiny. We want to control our time and space. That your pastor that want you to go to heaven, where the road is tied with gold, where you and angels will be eating, a place where there is no sickness and no death. They don't want you to have freedom in your land. Here on earth, that there is suffering and temporal. They don't want you to have sense. Is it heaven they will allow you? With the Onyeibe you know today, if the way they are behaving, and we are going to the same heaven, You think they will let us go there? Let me not digress further. So when you meet some people, they say, well, the Lord is faithful. It is well. We are just praying for God intervention. We believe God. My brother and sister, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. But for record purposes, God is the first freedom fighter. God is a freedom fighter. And so if freedom fighters are terrorists, then God is a terrorist. Why would he save the children of Israel from the bondage in Egypt? He learned the revolution. According to the Bible, he moved Moses. And then when we tell you God sent us here, you think we are joking? Only God is a freedom fighter. The rest are slave masters. And so those whose brain have been reconditioned by Yoruba pastor, they do not have the capacity to speak out for freedom of their people. They are slave already. They are only waiting to die and go to heaven. Is God that wicked? My brothers, wake up. You know, people wonder. I wonder why our people are doing like this. So now you know the atmosphere they have been exposed to. And so when you see them, don't be shocked. Try and find out the kind of drug they take so you can be able to cure them. Number 5. Using bribing and corruption to affect or influence certain individuals. Make most of them to pull back. You thinking Nyangudu don't know what he's supposed to do and change the course of restoration of Biafra? Do you think Iwanyango don't know? Do you think Pet Odechi don't know? Do you think Edwin Clark don't know? All these people know what to do. But they are receiving stipends. Every month they receive envelope from Abuja. And in their heart, they live for this envelope. This is how Yoruba and Hausa and Fulani manage them. When they notice that, IPOB protested in Anambra and nothing happened, or why the protest is going on, they will call Obi of Onitsha. So how are you, small boy? Obi of Onitsha, we say, I'm fine. We understand that those IPOB, your boys, they are doing protest. He said, yes, so that is what I heard. And what do you say about it? My brother, I don't know. Okay, there is no problem. Have they given you your envelope? He said, no, it's okay. You will receive it in the next 1 minute. I'm going to give order now, and they will go and quench them. He said, that is good, give order. He's saying give order. He has received his envelope. They do call them. Because if these people refuse and say no, leave them, it is their right to register their displeasure against a failed state like Nigeria. No Fulani will be parabolating in Biafra land looking for who to born to rule. And so when you see these opinion molders, leaders of thought, intellectuals who refuse to speak up, they have their envelope coming from Abuja. They have been compromised. And when their son tells them, Daddy, with your position, why are you not wading into this issue of Biafra? He said, don't mind all those people. They look for fault. They are fault finder. And are in the model. That is how you know them. They insulting us. You know they are the one collecting envelope. Anybody tell you that IPOB insults somebody, that is why they are not supporting what we are doing. They are the people collecting envelope. They must look for a way to justify their evil. Now you know. Number 6. A lot of people will not stand up, a lot of Biafran or most Biafrans, because of the fear of intimidation on our youth, harassment of every kind. Honestly, I remember one day in Opiweka, in Arut City Park there, I was talking about Biafra. And everybody was enjoying what I was saying. But then there was fear inside all of them. And somebody asked me a question. He looked like a military personnel. He said, are you a Biafran? I said, of course I'm a Biafran. He said, He moved away. Then another person called me and said, the way this man behave, I would suggest you leave. Because they were afraid. So my crime now is that I'm a Biafran. But when Yoruba is Oduduwa, it's not a crime. Oh. When Hausa Fulani and Arewa, it's not a crime. Oh. And so out of harassment, out of intimidation, they oppress many. So when you see anybody say, I don't want problem, or I don't want problem, those are the category of people that have suffered intimidation and harassment. Don't blame them. Pity for them. And number 7, the reason why most Biafran cannot stand up to ensure Biafra is restored is because of the underside system of our leader and the elders of our people. The undecisive decision, stand of our leader and elders. Where are our elders? Where are our leaders? Who is even speaking in favor of their people? And so everybody's looking at them. They're after PDP, APC. BDP, APC, Abuga. And so many of them, you can imagine your king of your community. If he's not in support of this struggle, he's going to make sure that at least as many people in your community will not join IPOB. That is what they do. And so when you see those category of people who have been influenced by their elders, their politicians, not to support the struggle, they are the one who look at you as a fool. When you are talking about Biafra, they will just be looking at you. When you finish talking, saying, my friend, let's leave this thing and move ahead. That is because they are not the one reasoning. Somebody have reasoned for them. The way they program their brain, they want it to remain that way. Instead of you to destroy the programming. That's why they will always say, my friend, I've heard you, just forget about that, let's move ahead. So Biafrans listening to me now, which category do you fall into? What is it that is your problem that is making you not to boldly stand up and declare your stand for Biafra? What is making you reluctant? Let the truth be told. Biafra must be restored. Biafra must be restored. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. Of course, we are practically and systematically renegotiating how it's going to end. But I hope you have made up your stand. On whose side will you be on that day? Will you follow Nigerians to kill us again? Or will you stand to defend your father home? Whatever your decisions are, don't forget that African can never be free until Biafra is restored. Yoruba will suffer. Hausa Fulani will suffer. Everybody will suffer until Biafra is free. I'll be back.
Reading from Biafran's Got Talents.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that, Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that.
We have been in this bondage for decades now. Oh,
for decades now.
They gave us their culture. They killed our prophets. They colonized our people with guns and bullets.
Guns and bullets.
Biafra is our hope now.
Is our hope now.
Biafra is the hope of Africa.
So every black man stand.
Yes, every black man must stand up for Biafra restoration, and then you see the miracle begin to happen in Africa. At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is the special number for the female. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Mr. George Mwaliga.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir. George Anthony Abode. I'm Anthony Abo from Enugu village. We don't know one go with the same village. Igbo, because George when he went. That's what he go. That's what he go. They got out there. One day we get George Onyeibe. Chukunaga gozi room baby. Part of a precisely as Enugu. Muna Bianca woman. Then they mean so we're preaching about too much. They go and be converted to IPOB. To my IPOB is important. I know the so didn't know what because now I know when they want to now so didn't know what could on. Man, I got one night I got because That's good. I got this. I got it in there. Man, I couldn't say I could on our by the Madaro. Biography off my car. And she put on the good off my. So, India, will preach that. My Biafra, they go here, near Taliban now. Oh, one day, I need a jar. Upon do a ball for the window boats in the 1970s. People that. People are Biafra. Hakuja. You go. Look at Nigeria. We have a boss. You put us on Biafra. I work it now. I say Biafra. No. This. My cousin Biafra. I say Biafra no exist that you. In my own meaning, na Biafra they no exist. Nka ma don't go Biafra since. I had to marry. It just no we be sitara. But I can exist. So, not my hand, I will be after. My people can I say, I don't have boss. So, one day, Muke George, and my support to new day. You know, one bright you'll be there by every day. So, I'm not supposed to you, I go out, so, Mouse, I don't know, I can help you there. Every black man supposed to equal. Na IPOB amata na another nso ana kana ati makane no ada na ade nso ana ati makane no game cheguzi okoro runu wa ile kso wa ni dem na ade para agotaro ade ezuzu na ade gati na agoro akwụkwọ agụta ndị na-asị na agoro akwụkwọ ade ezuzu n'obodo oyibo anụ wa ibi ihe juelu obodo oyibo ebi disciplined obodo dị disciplined ihe niile adịghị ndị na baịbụl bịa mụta ya Look at those that. Can you imagine the drop on the bag and snack grab or go like a woman in my head? This is equal as a judge won't need to go. Masana the guy to go, as Masana the guy to go. Manada being as known to as so generation. It doesn't bring a car over. How is it? God, I make it a big. I appreciate your work. Thank you
very much. You. We must continue. Yeah. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My brother.
Move away from your radio or lower the
volume. I've done that. I said I'm calling from Amazon. So I listened your first stage program, and when you were making your explanation, oh God, I remembered things fall apart. Do you know that your topic this night was dealt with extensively by Tim Rakere in his Things Fall Apart? When in our secondary school day, a teacher that taught us literature, after finished, he wanted to go. Our principal begged him to remain because he's good. He's known as Mr. Peters there. It was difficult for him. Our principal has to cry and kneel down for him to help him groom the year students there. When he accepted, it was extended to us in our class 3. So when he was teaching us Things Fall Apart in our literature, one of the exams he gave us was Mother is Supreme. Explain. Neka. Mother is Supreme. Neka means Mother is Supreme. Of course, we wrote now. we write, some of us, we write, Mother is bigger than Father. Mother is great. Mother is this. That is how our knowledge, that's what our knowledge limits us. When our teacher, Mr. Peters, came and dealt on this name, you know, this name, when Okonkwo was humiliated at his own town, at his own hometown, and ostracized, he went to Mbanta, I think, where his mother comes from. That is his Ipob. So he had a daughter there, and he named her Neka. When our teacher taught us this, the way you were teaching it this evening, that's why it reminds me, I was touched. Because my younger sister's name is Neka, but we call her name, baptismal name is Carol. We call her Caroline and not Neka. Oh no. I was so in love with the name after our teacher told us what Neka is. Mother is Supreme. So I agree with you with what you said about name. Name matters in this life so much. And this name Nigeria, no, we cannot be Nigeria. Nobody, we can't answer Nigeria. If the Oduduwa, the Yorubas and the Hausas choose to, well with them, it is well with them, but we are Biafrans. We cannot be Nigerian, we are Biafrans. And God knows that we are Biafrans. Then this your second segment now. Where do we belong? Of course, we belong to Biafra. And God, the name that God gave us, the name that God blessed, the name that Almighty God that blessed for us. And I'm praying that He help us restore this name back to us. Please, He should give us back this name. The difference between us, Biafrans, and those who call themselves Nigeria is great. The difference is clear. We are quite different from them. We want to be in our Biafra where love and the respect for human life is guaranteed. That is what we are praying to God. And you know, my brother, please, may God give you the strength to be on this talk. In fact, Oh, it's unimaginable how I feel. How when you teach, when our leader talk, when others talk, you archive. It's unimaginable. The strength is what I ask God to restore to you people. Continue, my brother. You are okay. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Mazi Onyeibe, thank you for giving me this opportunity again. My name is Simon Ayanogo. But something made me to call back. You know, it's good that people like you and people like our leader and every Biafran that started this movement again, this restoration process. I know there's still something God bestowed in every one of us, but being in a place, a wrong place, in a wrong time, made you hide us. He said something about your name before, that when they hear your name, they become afraid of who you are. You don't know. We notice all those things. I grew up in Lagos. I know, at least I can give history of Nigeria, at least from the day Gideon Oka was killed. I know everything about that queue. From that time, I started listening to Fela music. I started seeing things there. And our sister called. That is why I said, people in Biafra, God will bless every one of you. But before I go back, one man after my call, because many people listen to what you say and what we are talking about in the Biafra, he called me. He remembers something. I never know that. It's a Reverend Father. They continued. He was the man that teach us about baptism, the meaning of your name. But he called me after I called in your radio, Mazi Onyeibe. There is a music he sang to me those days when we were kids. He said, Ani bunja onendi, India obe. Ani bunja onendi, India obe. Ani bunja onendi, India obe. Ndine buha megide kwesu nandiro. Because I left church. I know I'm saying this, but why I call back? Because he called. I don't know, Facebook. He said we shouldn't be angry about what is going on. We know that all these things will happen. Because Mazi Onyeibe, at the age of 10 years, I say I will never be pastor. I will never be reverend. I was doing anything to run away and to be qualified. But I know this is what they tell me that I will do. This restoration of the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiamad, and this is the Biafra restoration.
Thank you.
So all these things that we are saying, we know that all these things will happen. So I want you to continue doing what you are doing. It will be like this. At least when Jesus come here, should be the talk, nobody like him. Should be the kill him. So we shouldn't be crucified on who we are.
Thank you.
We have chosen to be who we are. We don't take ourselves. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Chukwu Okike will bless every one of you. We will be alive to see Biafra.
Thank you. Almost hail Biafra. And of course, when you see people responding the way they respond, try and understand their position. And then you'll be able to know how to handle them. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there? Call on WhatsApp.
This is what they tell me that I will do.
Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Can you pay attention to your phone?
At least when Jesus come in, she be the top nobody like him. She be the
Very bad. I have picked your call and you are busy listening to your radio. Yes, caller on the line. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Reverend Osamba Francis.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. I thank God so much to get this number today by the grace of God. I'm very happy what the Lord is doing about Biafra. So I am very happy. Even to I thank you, Judge Onyeibe, because what the Lord is using you to do. I'm very glad. I and my family, we are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. The Lord is leading us. We are praying highly about Biafra. Since I was born, I know that the Lord has planted me and my family in the Biafra land. Even during the time of war, my mother and my dad died that period. So, and still I continue. When I was serving somebody at Aba, that person always to leave me every May, 30th of May, to go to Biafran program. He will give me some money to enjoy myself that is going to celebrate Biafra. So I'm very happy to hear this. God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you there? And of course, we lose that caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where you calling from. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello?
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name short. I'm calling from Biafra State, but I'm from Enugu State.
Go ahead.
Because as I can I can make all the whole Biafrans, all the IPOB, and especially our leader, Mazi Amadi called Biafra land. He enjoyed more because of Iku. I just be too no so we being below again because of Unda and criticize Nahani Kumaka Biafra. So we see na just like my aka ebe mu on himself because mostly all year one face with my friends. Like mostly some people are like give you my WhatsApp status because of none post Biafra too much. Meche see one day. God look at the bar and the man as a post and say why you being ashamed of who you are? Why you being ashamed of some no other ashamed of your mother? See how only break or some no Abia State. You see aside there being Abia State or no Mama Bende or Benda man we bought for either Bende local government or Benden, Mammy or Barabo. You see so for the fact new one Delta State in Abia State in us ni mother year was Biafra and you don't wish to know, some don't wish to know. You see now one day that one day like one away me church away Yakuziri was Biafra no it's Mukatan you don't wish to know. So many of them so many people are too good because of Mbari for this no Neukudo Biafra cigarette that in now for the only in case him post for the Ojom Ki on Kowaria or would post on a status no and post one day mother Barry and Basia would hear Biafra whoop now Konombro dia. You see no post on where the thing now Omario Agonia we had to go down on your Bob for any way cover anything. Because now some people now for the fact now some people are mad for their grandmother. Hammer their history. So now you blame and so you boy can now go the whole Biafrans or the whole Biafran that listening. No matter how it is, what my belief is that like I am now, I'm 24 years old and I believe that Biafra must surely come. The day anything but Biafra, I don't know about it, but the first day I heard that Biafra have been in existence before. And from my own perspective, I view the things, look at the things that happen. Especially when we hatred now this country. Why? Meanwhile, we are not doing anything. I become hatred, and the thing they want me, everybody are innocent. I be hatred they born. The thing they want them too much. So just saying always something behind this Igbo man Biafra bro ekutoku Biafra onye na bamba. off on this can be when you follow where our leader said na 2019 can be the follow be away after you know where simba no matter what you know more on abago my POB self already ba self for na unity kind of a main provost or PRO. So I say whatever it is, Biafra must surely come. Oh yeah, now go yom. I'm as young as I am. I believe that Biafra must surely come. Also go to work or you take no wahala. Like one old man on side, and I see him onye ozobolo. I see him now quite a war. That's rough go the war. No, I'm for and I say yes. Now I'm anything but I war. I dey watch movies. I dey see how war they be. Well, I know I'm not experiencing it, but whatever must surely be. So far is God's intention. I don't care. When you told I didn't do. Chukus no you do way indo. Only can not tell you I know still. You will not die. But once you will die, you will still die. It's almost the same thing. Who will die will die. Who will not die will not die. So I can now encourage all the whole Biafra. So far you are supporting Biafra. If you are not supporting, get up and support because it's your freedom also. Once Biafra is free, you will free from everything, even your progress, whatever that it might be, you must be free of it. So just like our leader always said that Biafra is kingdom of God on earth. So when Biafra comes, Africa will see the light. So can everybody, both you and all the work you are doing to restore the beautiful land of Biafra. I said that Suko Kabiam when you need Nakaya Bonyo Numema.
Thank you very much.
But you can do Kai wait for Biafra no. Because he say thank you. God bless you.
Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Agatha Ngene. Ada Biafra. Hello.
Why don't you move away from your radio? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead, please. Caller on WhatsApp, go ahead. When you call, you move away from your radio set. Once I pick your call, focus on your phone, not your radio. Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my able leader, George Onyeibe. My name is Mweshe Onyabo Solomon. I'm calling you from Oka, Anambra State. I'm from Ebonyi State. Really, I really cherish your topic this night. It is one of the problems we are facing. Every time you meet young youth, because this one goes mostly to the young youth, they don't believe in Biafra. Whenever you tell them about Biafra, they will tell you, forget about this Biafra of a thing. It is not, we don't know what is the meaning of Biafra. Then, by mere looking at that person's condition, you will see that he is not even looking up. He is not even feeling well. All his life is scattered. And you are telling me that we should forget about Biafra. Then what do you want us to remember? Even the so-called Nigeria you are, you don't even have anything to boast of. Okay? Come to all this Niger Delta, like a friend I have in Niger Delta. Now, there was a day I called that guy and asked him, you have a language which you speak. Your village has a language which they know as their own main language. What is the name of your place? You said Niger Delta. Is Niger Delta your language? Because when you come to, maybe if you come to Lagos State, you see Ojeleba, you see Mushi, you see Ladepo. All those things are the languages which Lagos Yoruba people speak. But your own, they said Niger Delta. They said Bayelsa. You don't have your own. So all these things is out of ignorance. Because had it been we are able to, as in at times we sit down and think based on what is happening in our life. There are some certain things you need to delete. Because when somebody is brainwashing you, you have to still think about this thing this person is telling you. You are called Niger Delta, and you go ahead with your Niger Delta. But I thank God, though, to God be the glory, because since all this while, as you are talking to them, some of them will understand. Some of them are getting to, because if you discuss about Biafra in maybe in a sitting of maybe 4 or 5, at least maybe 2 people will speak against Biafra this time around. Because I am the person that any place you see me, I do talk about Biafra everywhere. So I really believe that God will make our mind together so that we will fight this and get it. All hail Biafra.
All must hail Biafra in the end. Thank you very much. Biafrans across the globe must understand people's reaction to you when issue of Biafra is discussed depend on who indoctrinates them. Are you there, caller on the line? Of course, we lose that caller. Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Greetings to you, my fellow brothers and sisters, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. We will continue to give glory to Chukwu Okike Abiyama because he made everything possible. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this evening. Yes, we will continue to move boldly for demanding what is right, that belongs to us. So any of all these people that is saying we don't want war, we don't want war. So for that reason, you will stand and look why the enemies will take over your land. When I listen to all these people sometimes, like last time, they are near to come for one of the stations here. Mazi, do you know what this man is demanding? He said, our youth should stand up. Our youth, we are looking up to you people that you should stand up and do the right thing. Now, some people said, you are not asking your youth to come out, but when IPOB agitating for their right, which you know that this is the right thing, all of you gang up against IPOB and call us terrorists. But now, finally, you came back on air and say, our youth. Then who are that your youth? If you realize that your hope is now towards where your youth is, if you are not calling for your youth to stand up for what is right, to defend our land, our gallant youth should stand up. If you open up your mouth to say that, it simply means that sometimes you insult yourself, not the youth insulting you as you claim. Because when your youth stood up for what is right and start doing what you supposed to, even don't you people know that you are supposed to be the one to move us for what we are doing? That is the reason why anybody that is envy and jealous is killing when it comes to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will die because you have opportunity to do what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, but because you are not called, because you are not ordained to do this, that is the reason why all of you people, none of you move it, none of you did it until you came. So you better repent. My own part is all of these people. That is one reason the other you are sabotaging what we are doing. When you come out publicly, you say, and if you continue to say all this nonsense, this land will judge you because you are seeing evil going around. I asked one day, say, if you as a man now, you are sitting in your house and you see this Fulani herdsmen attacking your neighbor, what will you do? He said he will call police. You call police and you know that police is not working. And by the way, you forgot that they don't come in the daytime. So some of all these people that is talking this nonsense, as you said, they have one way or the other benefiting. Yes, this is how we will put it. They are benefiting one way or the other. If they are not receiving salary in Abuja every month end, they receive from the governor. If you still say that what we are saying is not, then you do the right thing. But I want to use this opportunity to inform them that for those of them that claim that we are youth, we didn't see war, it's your lie, very big lie. When you join IPOB, when you come to IPOB, you will see old soldiers, even the people that is senior more than you, people that is more aged than you. You will see them in IPOB. They are boldly, strongly giving their experience and saying that even the war come, that they will join and fight. We have a lot of veterans in our midst. If you don't know, sometimes when you come on air, you will say, who told you? And according to, they say some of you that is claiming to see that as of that time. So come to IPOB, then you see an old people, both male and female, papa and mama, they are with us, giving us courage and even telling us that Biafra must come. So why are we deceiving ourselves? Mazi, the blessing of Chukwu will continue to strengthen and keep all of you moving forward. And our leadership, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, and the rest of them that surround him for what is right. They are doing it perfectly, and the mighty hand of Chukwu continue to push them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And this is where we draw the curtain for this evening's segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. Apology to those I cannot receive their call because I've come to the end of this program. That having been said, anyhow you feel, no problem. The only thing we want is Nigerian division and Biafra restoration. Ududuwa can go and prosper, Arewa can go and prosper, and then we can go back to our land and start fighting ourselves and hating ourselves, because that is what they say. Udo derende cho udo obruku nwanne mmadụ. Good night from here.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers.